Welcome back to the whole RTG. Yesterday we scraped past Burnley in the FA Cup and were disappointing in one of the two Premier League games as well. Wanting better today, although we've Manchester City twice in the FA Cup and in the league, and Tottenham and Wolves, and another game as well. I can't quite recall who it's against off the top of my head, but one thing that I also forgot, and twice actually, forgot to do it in the January window episode, and then said to someone in the comment section that I'd do it in the next video, and I forgot to do it yesterday as well. So today we start by having a look at the transfer history, so we can show you the biggest deals that have gone through in that most recent January transfer window. One that actually went through in February, as you can see here on the 13th, is Rodrigo has gone from Real Madrid to Manchester City. The other way to Phil Foden. That won't go through till next season, of course, so we won't be playing against Rodrigo today. We also won't be playing against Phil Foden today. We could play against Gonçalves, but he signed in the summer. Also in January was Ruben Neves to Manchester City for £92.7 million, and Manchester City to Barcelona for Asensio. City very, very active in this transfer window, or just in general this year, and they like dealing with Spain's big two, apparently. Loads of dealings with Real Madrid, and Barcelona thrown in there with Asensio as well. Alexander Isak to Liverpool, we saw that in the most recent transfer window. Another one in February, Renato Sanchez to Leicester for 69.4. Similarly, February, Weston McKennie to Brighton. So there's going to be some good players coming to the Premier League next season. Denis Zakaria is in the Premier League now at Manchester United, coming in January for £68 million. Let's have a look. Kunda to Villarreal, that was on deadline day. Villarreal from Sevilla via Lazio. Ceballos went from Real Madrid to PSG, although that was in the summer, evidently. Wijndal to Dortmund. That was from Wolfsburg. Dortmund's also moving on. Montiel to Juventus there. Bringing in a Cam Wolves to potentially replace Ruben Neves. Is Bragança a Ruben Neves replacement? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Oh, Cancelo to Manchester United. We saw that in January, and we saw it at the time. Locatelli to Bayern in January for £54.6 million. Pedri's gone to Napoli, but that was in the summer. Another February one. Moi Gomez from Leipzig to Inter. Obviously starts to save at Valencia. We might well be playing against Mauro Icardi this episode, and Zagadou as well. Kudus, the cam from Ajax to Wolves. I don't know anything about him, to be completely honest. Does it show me his rating? 85 rated, 94 acceleration, 93 sprint speed. Who the hell is this guy? Why have I never heard of him before? He looks incredible. Another January one. Alvarado to Roma from Cruz Azul. But we're getting to the lesser figures now at £50 million for a transfer. £50 million on the nose, actually, Fulham City to Barcelona from Chelsea, going back the other way after playing against us. And Pau Torres has joined Tottenham, who may well play against us later on in this episode. As we mentioned, we got Wolves. What's it on? Leeds. So we've got City at home in the league, followed by City at home in the Cup. We'll then sim Wolves at home in the league, go and play Tottenham, and then sim Leeds, and hopefully get ourselves through to the next round in the Cup, and at least stay 9th in the league. You can see there's not much of a gap to Everton and Southampton below us, although we have a game in hand on Southampton, as do Everton. But we could close the gap on those above. And with Wolves to play today, we could very much get ourselves perhaps even slightly higher than 9th. 9th is the highest I think we've been all season. But you never know. We could pull off a shot. We did beat Manchester City last time we played them. I'm going to have to go and edit that starting lineup a bit because of stamina. So actually, I had to edit the formation a bit more as well because Sangara is actually registered as a centre mid there, not a CDM. So I'm going to go and have a fiddle with the squad, and I will see you in that first game against Manchester City. All right, Manchester City. Ederson in goal. Ricardo Pereira, Laporte, Kabak, and Grimaldo. Kevin De Bruyne, Souček, and Neves. And Ferran Torres, Tammy Abraham, and Raheem Sterling. Decent team. Very decent team indeed. Surprised to see Souček in there, though. On Football Manager, Man City do tend to buy Declan Rice. It's not necessarily a scripted transfer. It doesn't happen all the time, but evidently the way that the game is built, the AI feel that City lack in that area in their squad. And clearly, the AI on FIFA feel the same, although they've gone for a different West Ham defensive midfielder to try and fill that void. You can see the way that City were pressing there. Try and get that out here to Bayern. We've done well, and Diangana can keep going here. Can I get there ahead of Ozan Kabak? I cannot. I'll show you the changes I've made. We've got a full week until the cup game, so we don't need to rotate for that. But Diangana's in on the right with Pinto moving to Cam, or centre forward, changed to Cam, because Barnett's dropped to the bench. Doherty is in for Sangare. Ivan Toney's in up top, and McLaughlin is in defence as well. So we're not at full strength. Some of their players are slightly tired, so it's a battle of kind of less talented players against talented but tired players for City, especially with the way that they play. You can see with the... I opened it up there for them. With the way they play with that press, we'll be intrigued to see which comes out on top. Although if Ferran Torres can bury this, which he doesn't do, he sets up a teammate. And Ruben Neves buries it instead. We are up against it against Manchester City. They're 4th in the league, and they're also now 1-0 up against Hull. Elder. Pinto. And across to Gallagher. Back here to Bayer. Going down the line there really nicely is Diangana. I am going to have to turn, though, but we do have support. Conor Gallagher can find Pinto in the box. Trying to shake off the attentions of the defenders. Here's Ivan Toney, who's turned well, shoots well, but Ozan Kabak gets a good block on it. We'll try and do something from the corner then. Where are you, Ivan? Oh, he's towards the back post, actually. That's annoying. Always a good source of goals from corners, Ivan Toney, but not able to try and find him on this occasion. That's a lovely ball out wide. And Ferran Torres has taken it inside brilliantly with a chest, but stay with a lovely tackle, trying to stay away from the defenders here, and space is open up. It's Callum Elder, of all people, pushing forward at left back. I didn't think he was going to get that heavily involved in today's game. Pinto struggled to get it down under control. We'll look for Conor Gallagher around the corner. He's late to react to where the ball was, but he's gotten the... Oh, Ivan Toney! Oh, he's gotten to the ball and got the cross in, and Ivan Toney with a great chance. De Bruyne back to Pereira, to De Bruyne again. I might well call on some of the players that were dropped for this game in this second stage of the second half. They're making a change as well. That's Rodri that's going to come on for Suchet. So they do obviously have quality in depth. I didn't actually glance to see who was on their bench, whether Mauro Icardi is there or not. Rodri looking to spread that out wide, but it's not a very good pass. Sterling will keep it in, however, and has the support there from Grimaldo at left back. He's trying to work his way around, but Bayar's done well. And because Grimaldo was forward, Diangana can get in behind. And looking for Pinto, and he'll have the pace to get away from Aymeric Laporte, who's also tired. Now is where that tiredness comes into play. Pinto's run it too close to the goalkeeper. Oh, that's frustrating. It was a really good opportunity. I'm going to bring Barnett on at striker. No, I think that just that one change for now. Actually, I'm going to bring Wallace on for Doherty. Right, Wallace and Gallagher reunited again in the centre of midfield. Can they help us get back level in this game? Neves. Not the fastest, thankfully. And again, you can see the stamina bottom left. That's what we were hoping was going to happen for City. Their players were going to get tired. And fingers crossed we can take advantage of that. Diangana trying to get that quickly down the line. Forward to Conor Gallagher, but couldn't. Tammy Abraham with a really sharp turn. And De Bruyne with the quality of finish that you expect from him. Tammy Abraham's footwork throughout this entire save, every time we've come up against him, whether it be in a Brighton shirt or a City shirt, has been so good. And that finish from De Bruyne, sliced away into the bottom corner, is perfection. His 7th goal of the season, as I made the changes to try and get us 1 goal to equalise. And now I find myself needing 2, and I'm not sure that that's a possibility here. But try we will, and succeed we might. It's going to be really difficult. Pinto out wide to Diangana, out of his feet. I'll just dink it, looking for Conor Gallagher. Is it too close to the keeper? It is. Try as he might to get there. It's going to be defeat in the league against Manchester City, but hopefully with a full-strength side available for the cup game back here at the KCOM, we should be able to do better in the cup and maybe get ourselves through to an FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. Who knows? Diangana has the option in the middle there of Leonardo Pinto, whose touch is too heavy, takes it straight against the keeper, and I can't deny that I haven't had the chances in this game to maybe get something from it. But it's a 2-0 defeat. Ederson has done very well on a number of occasions to keep that clean sheet for his team. And we had more chances, less of the ball, but more chances. 2 shots on target for City, 2 goals, and that's enough. clinical for them. Very much so indeed, unfortunately. Right, Ron Wallace says he could have had a part to play. I don't know as you could, but don't blame yourself, mate. We'll wait and see what happens in the cup game then, where hopefully we'll be slightly more competitive and stand a better chance of getting a win. We're at full strength, but City are not. Angelino at left back, Gonçalves in for Kevin De Bruyne, Adeyemi in for Tammy Abraham. They've rotated a bit. They must have had a Champions League game midweek, because not only are there some changes, but players like Neves and Sterling are only about 70% stamina as well. Now, I would have thought City had the depth in the squads to rotate slightly and not have to play such tired players, but they've elected to do so, and it gives us a chance. You can see the pitch has certainly recovered from last week. It was definitely a bit patchy in the league game, but here a week later in the cup, the groundsmen have been doing their bit. And making that run there is Lewis Potter, and he can't get past Adeyemi, of all people, back there doing some defending. And we do genuinely, with a stronger team against a weaker team, stand a chance of getting through here, and Wembley could be just around the corner. Burke to Gallagher. You can see how tightly they're marking me everywhere. It's rather impossible at times to find a teammate, but we've worked that well, and Sangare has the strength to hold off men that are with him. And if Malik Wilkes can make me a decent run, I tell you what, Lewis Potter did make a decent run, and I couldn't quite find him. Souček forward into Pedro Gonçalves. We saw him at the beginning of the episode with that transfer that went through in the summer. We didn't play against him in the last game. We have now played against him here. Sterling with a lovely little back heel. Angelino inside to Souček. Cross to Sterling. Driving into the space. Bayard catches him up and out-muscles him, but Sterling fighting back. City fighting tooth and nail for this. That's probably why their stamina is so low, because in all of their games, they press this hard. They're so much more fatigued after each individual game, meaning that they have so much more recovering to do. And when the fixture list gets tight and frequent, they just quite simply don't have the recovery time to be able to get their stamina levels back up from midweek games for the next weekend, which is what we've seen here. They must have had a European game midweek, and that's why those players are tired and they've had to rotate with others. Looking for Pinto. Can he get there? He can. He's found Bayard, of all people, pushing forward all the way from right back. No, that was meant for Malik Wilkes, not Charlie Barnett. A mistake from Ederson that I didn't quite pick up on initially. And by being slow to read the fact that he had such a heavy touch there, we haven't had the chance to get a goal. We have still, from the second phase of play, worked an opportunity, but Ederson has made the save. He's going to come for this and punch it well. We'll keep it in play, though, and I've got Conor Gallagher there on the edge of the box. Takes a touch, lets fly. 3 men in the way to block it. 27th minute, Sterling caught in possession. Barnett, he does this. Oh, so many times for us. And I really felt like that was headed in, but just missing that far post. Ederson with a really delayed dive, but he didn't need to get there because it went wide. If City get the lead in this game, it's going to be because of that press. Adeyemi getting away. Reece Burke in the way. And a corner for City. Neves to take it. You can see how tired... Oh, actually, I might be in the way, actually, in the bottom right-hand corner. But Burke heads that behind for another City corner. Neves will take this one short to Sterling. They're both as fatigued as each other, and Pinto steals it and will race away. I don't care how fast Sterling is. If he's absolutely dead on his feet, he's not going to be able to deal with a counter-attack like this. Wilkes. Oh, screwed it up. I've screwed it up. I need to not do that if we're to make the most of these opportunities against City. We beat them by 2-1 earlier in the season. We just lost by 2-0 in the next game against them. I'd love to replicate the first result, not the second, but it's all going to have to happen in the second half, I think, unless City get themselves a goal here to take the lead. Sterling out to Angelino. Trying to force him backwards. Bayard does well. Quickly to Pinto and inside. You never know, we might be the one to take the lead at the end of this first half. Pinto driving forward here. And in the middle is Barnett. Back. Back. Oh my God. Balls that up too. Barnett. Pen. Offside. Oh, God! He's got options. Can he find any of them with a cross? He's turned away brilliantly from Bayard. Sterling worried about his footwork. Doesn't matter how tired he is. His feet still work. He just can't run. Pinto to Gallagher. Sangare. Come on, get there first, Barnett. Well done. Pinto could return it to him. Charlie Barnett, keeper's come. Oh, and I tried to just play it around him. But there's an extra City defender there on the cover, and now Ferran Torres could be in behind as well if he keeps this in. But he has done so. Imagine, as we very nearly score at one end. Oh, we clear away their chance at the other. Pinto's going to win that header. Malik Wilks trying to get him away and in behind. And it will work. He's got the legs on him, Eric Laporte. Malik Wilks didn't play in the game in the league, but he might well win us the game in the cup. Hull 1, Manchester City 0. Are we going to Wembley for an FA Cup semi-final? Maybe so. Souček driven forward. Torres will receive. Mauro Icardi is off the bench for City. Why they didn't start him, I'm not entirely too sure. Trying to give Adeyemi some first-team football, evidently. Get that quickly at your feet. Switch. My turn for a long diagonal. He is in. As is Malik Wilks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to make sure. Hull City on the way to Wembley for an FA Cup semi. I could have shot with Malik Wilks, but I wanted to make sure with Barnett and Gallagher both there for a potential sweat across. I had to make sure. Barnett nearly lost it, did too much, but he was able to turn it home. We lead by 2-0. Of the two games against City today, this was the one that I would have preferred to win. It's the one that we are going to win. We just need to make sure that we bounce back from the defeat against Manchester City, against Wolves and Leeds today, because I do expect to lose to Tottenham again also, but time will tell. It's Wolves next, but we've still got 8 minutes to hold on here. City could turn it around. Neves. Back to Pedro Gonçalves. Forward to Raheem Sterling. He's not going to sprint past me, is he? Because he can't. That's nicely done there. Icardi has the fresh legs. Plays 1-2 with Raheem Sterling. Has runners around him. One being Ruben Neves, the goal scorer from the league game. Or one of their goal scorers from the league game. And it's just as well we got that second. Because Neves has thumped that home. 2-1. They're celebrating a bit too much considering we're already past the allotted stoppage time. But that's a very good finish. Clean strike, as you would expect from Ruben Neves. 2-1 here with seconds to go. And I'm only able to make one pass from kickoff before we assure our spot in an FA Cup semi-final for the very first time. We will be going to Wembley and hopefully getting ourselves through to an FA Cup final for the first time in this save as well. We dominated City in that game. Spurs, Man United, Newcastle and Arsenal all going to extra time. The other tie is Everton-West Ham. Arsenal win on pens. Spurs win on pens. Who will we have in the knockout stages? In the knockout stages, as if we aren't already in the knockout stages. Come on, Ches. In the semi-final at Wembley, we will find out. Ivan Toney's completed his poacher training, but we could yet improve his stats further. That's going to take 11 weeks. That's only going to take 6. Target man. We'll go for mobile striker. Why not? It's only going to take 6 weeks. Continue to train Ivan Toney. Well, there you go. Prize money's already arranged. And we know who we're going to have. And it will be West Ham. They beat Everton. We will have West Ham. A winnable FA Cup semi-final tie. I'm excited. Are you? Right, let's go and beat Wolves, shall we? We have slipped to 11th with the defeat to City in the league. So, this Wolves game is quite important, but at the same time, they are above us in the league. But we do get a 2-0 win. Vinicius misses a penalty. And a mixture of Barnett and Pinto give us all 3 points. Yes, please. Thank you very much indeed. I'll be honest, I didn't expect that. I was going to say we're still 11th. That was the old save chase. You're not Everton anymore. You're Hull City. Well done, mate. We are 10th again. 2 games in hand on Southampton, though, who for some reason play 31. Everton have got 3 games in hand. We're all over the place in the league right now with games played. I don't know how that's happened. It's not like there's COVID fixtures in FIFA 21. Diangana wants more football, though. You're still in the squad, mate. I do rely on you quite a little bit for impact off the bench. And hopefully you can have an impact against Tottenham Hotspur. That's the game we'll play next. Tottenham, Strakosha in goal for them again. Diogo Dalot, Diego Carlos, Pau Torres as we expected, and Sergio Reguilon at the back. Tanguy Ndombele and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, with Sigankov, Mason Mount, Heung-min Son, and that man Harry Kane leading the line again. On the bench, Lo Celso, Ryan Sessegnon, Andre Silva. It's not a massively strong bench for Spurs. But after the groundsman recovered the pitch for the game in the Cup, he's let it go again here for the game in the league, unfortunately. Obviously, it's coded that the pitch should look different in FA Cup competitions than it does in league competitions, evidently. I haven't actually been paying attention too much to what the state of our pitch looks like in various different games, but intrigued to see that it's been worn in the past couple of home league games, but was... Oh, what a chance! Pau Torres... He didn't even tackle the ball. He tackled where he thought I was going to be. He tackled where I was running. He tackled... You know, you pass into space. He's tackled into space there. That's incredible defending. We're up against it with Pau Torres in their back line defending like that. Diego Carlos to Pau Torres. Building from the back here, Tottenham. Tanguy Ndombele scored a lovely goal for Spurs the other day, looping it over the goalkeeper against Sheffield United. Questions asked of Aaron Ramsdale with that goal, but still a wonderful finish. Hopefully he is quiet in this one. For some reason, Sangare's on the floor. Thankfully, George Long makes the save from Mason Mount. I didn't quite see why Sangare was on the floor. They must have tripped over Sigankov or something. Mason Mount with the shot that was comfortably blocked. I think that might be the first ever time I've seen a player run from the centre for a corner and the AI actually acknowledged that and play the ball short to him. Normally, if they're going to go short, they stand right next to them, like they did with City in the earlier games today. Hopefully that's another change that they've added for gameplay. Just having extra variety will certainly make a difference. I switched off there, expecting the ball to be whipped into the middle because I thought, as has been the case forever, that he was just going to whip it into the middle there. But actually going short, that adds another depth to the gameplay, another layer of unpredictability to the gameplay. That means it's going to be more difficult to read the AI and makes it a more dynamic playing experience, which is very good indeed. One thing that is the same is Harry Kane scoring goals, though. And we're 1-0 down. Elder into Sangare. We'll try and drive into that space, draw the other defenders or other midfielders across, and open up some space for the rest of the team. Barnett. Oh, we'll find Wilkes. He's away from the defender. Well, we'll just let fly. Diogo Dalot with a good block. Just a split second there. It opened up for Matty Wilkes to get the shot away. Diego Carlos back to Strakosha. Very composed at the back from Tottenham. That's excellent defending. They've been very solid so far in this game. They lead by 1-0. They beat us 2-0 last time, so we're doing better than before, but I would like an equaliser if we can get it. Reguilon into Harry Kane. Just away from the foot of the defender. Lo Celso played in. Tanguy Ndombele to Harry Kane again. Out wide to Sigankov. Liverpool have taken a 3-0 lead. A 3-0 lead against Aston Villa. Get that off him. Well done, Reece Burke. And out wide to Keane Lewis-Potter. I've got changes that have been made. Rob Wallace and Leonardo Pinto are now on for me. I'm going to keep driving into this space. If they're going to keep backing away from me. Oh, they've been so composed at the back, Tottenham. They always do the right thing. Whether it's just hoofing it away if there's absolutely no space, or doing this, getting under control, knocking it back to the keeper, at least involving the keeper in trying to work it around to come forward. They've been one of the best units at the back I think we've played in recent memory. They've been that good. Genuinely that impressive. Oh, dearie me. Ryan Sessegnon off the bench for Heung-min Son. Rushes to the manager to say thank you for bringing me on and giving me the chance, but I think it should be Jose Mourinho thanking Ryan Sessegnon for sealing this game, nodding it down with his head, and before it even reached the ground, the first time lob over the keeper and dropping it into the far side of the net. That is a wonder goal from Ryan Sessegnon. His first... What a way to score your first goal of the season in March. Unbelievable. That's a ridiculous finish. Tottenham are going to win this game. They do deserve to win this game. That goal deserves to win any game. Ndombele, Sigankov, Dalot, Ndombele, they're just calmly playing it about here, Tottenham. That goal from Ryan Sessegnon deserved to win any game. And it certainly deserved to win this game. And it will win this game in quite some fashion. Tottenham 2, Hull City 0. Bout of deja vu, that happened before. Harry Kane on the score sheet both times in the first game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, even down in London. And unfortunately for us, no dice on this occasion. Fortunately for us, our form has been matched relatively by Everton, and they haven't been able to close up and overtake us again despite their games in hand. You can see a number of us now up to 30. Southampton's still on 31, so if we can win this game against Leeds, who are bottom of the table, then we should be able, in theory, provided Southampton aren't playing, to get back into 9th. Leeds rock bottom and not playing very well. You can see we're back to full fitness and strength after the game against Tottenham, even though it was only 3 days ago. And it should be, and is, by a bigger margin than I imagined it would be, a victory for us. Wilkes, Barnett, Bryan, Wilkes again. Wilkes hat-trick, Lewis Potter. A 5-1 win against Leeds United. Emphatic. Well, that's certainly a pick-me-up after the Tottenham game, isn't it? Good work from Andrew to improve, but he's not really going to be involved in anything for us in this save, unfortunately. I am looking forward to doing the youth career mode that will be the series after this one, if you know what I mean. So tomorrow we have Brighton away, Burnley at home, Leicester away, West Ham at Wembley, and Liverpool at home. So some good opportunity for points. A great opportunity to go through to the FA Cup final. And hopefully the chance to maybe close in on some of those above us. The gap to West Ham in 8th is ginormous. 8 points from 8th to 9th. Whereas there are 8 points from 9th to 13th. We're kind of best of the rest at the minute, aren't we? Those that are chasing the Champions League spots are all clumped together. From West Ham to Manchester City. And then at the top, it's close between Spurs. Very close, in fact, between Spurs and Liverpool, who have a game in hand on them. And Man United are just kind of like, well, we'll finish 3rd then, shall we? We could maybe... Well, the FA Cup is our best chance of European football next season, isn't it? Absolutely. And we will try our damnedest to get into the final in tomorrow's episode. Wish me luck for the FA Cup semi-final against West Ham. Join me for it in tomorrow's video. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more. And I'll see you either on Twitch tonight or YouTube tomorrow. Bye-bye.